The Ag Minute on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture is brought to you by your Louisiana propane dealers, fuel for our future, and by the Southeast United Dairy Industry Association, dedicated to dairy, our cows, our milk, our land.
While we here at This Week in Louisiana Agriculture constantly promote the cultural and economic benefits of farming, the only time farming seems to make news in other venues is when things go wrong, droughts, floods, or issues surrounding the money the government spends on farm programs. But here in Louisiana, agriculture has always had a story to tell. As This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's Taylor Frey now shows us, the Pointe-Coupee Banner newspaper in New Roads has been keeping agriculture in the headlines for the last 133 years.
The year is 1880. Rutherford B. Hayes is president. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is just 15 years old, and the Pointe-Coupee Banner newspaper publishes its first issue. Still to this day, the Banner remains the voice of the parish.
This newspaper has never missed a publication through a fire and a flood, and I'm very proud of that.
For the last 25 years, Miss Tootsie, as she is known, has been publishing the Banner. Her father, Marshall Roy, purchased the newspaper in 1946. Since its inception, the Banner has published each week through 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and the Civil Rights Movement. But even through all those changes, one thing remains the same: the newspaper's coverage of agriculture in every issue.
There's always been reports on agriculture in this community to let people know what to grow, how it's doing on the market.
The newspaper has a long, rich history since Lewis B. Claiborne founded the Banner in 1880. As a Civil War veteran, judge, and landowner, Claiborne saw the need for a local newspaper to keep parish residents informed, and remains to this day an important part of the Banner's reporting.
Agriculture is Pointe-Coupee. Without agriculture, Pointe-Coupee would just not exist. If the farmers make it, wonderful. Everybody does well. If the farmers don't make it, everybody feels it.
Very first issue we see on the top, January 9th, Farm Board Developing Cooperative Marketing.
Local historian Brian Costello says the 2 oldest businesses in the parish are the Alma Sugar Plantation and the Pointe-Coupee Banner.
Particularly in the old days, almost everything was reported in the paper. When you had rain, when you didn't have rain, when a cold front came through, if the crops were growing, if the crops weren't growing.
In June, the Louisiana Farm Bureau named the Banner its Newspaper of the Year in service to agriculture. Pointe-Coupee Farm Bureau President George LaCour says the Banner's coverage not only keeps farmers in the know, but never lets its readers forget about the importance of farmers and ranchers.
You may not enjoy reading the article because you may not like the information that was told, but you read it to be informed.
Proposed new Capitol building.
Costello says while the parish has fewer farmers today than it had in 1880, agriculture will always be the economic lifeblood of the parish. And as for the newspaper,
long may the banner wave.
In New Roads, I'm Taylor Frey for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
Long may it wave indeed. The Pointe-Coupee Banner has a circulation of about 5,500. You can check out this week's online edition by clicking over to our website, twilatv.org.